back, brother. This content is for those genuinely interested in men's rights. It covers complex, controversial topics that may not suit a general audience. If you're not part of the men's rights community, this video isn't for you, so feel free to tune out now. I'm Conrad Riker, a writer and advocate for fairness, dignity, and respect for men. This movement isn't about division, but addressing systemic injustices in divorce, family law, and societal expectations. Inspired by hardworking men unfairly stripped of their rights, I write for balance and justice. Together, we can change the narrative. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this video, as it will help get the word out to those who need it. Thank you. Please relax and enjoy. This is an excerpt from Spirit of the Oak, Druidic Mysticism for Inner Strength. Spirit of the Oak, Druidic Mysticism for Inner Strength is an ebook available in all good stores. Men are under attack, not by swords or spears, but by a culture that has systematically stripped them of their purpose, their strength, and their connection to the natural world. I know this because I've lived it. For years I've wandered through life feeling hollow, disconnected, and emasculated by a society that seems to value weakness over strength, emotion over logic, and comfort over challenge. I tried everything: therapy, self-help books, even the watered-down spirituality of the New Age movement. None of it worked. Then I discovered the ancient wisdom of the Druids, and everything changed. The Druids were not just priests or mystics. They were warriors, philosophers, and guardians of nature. They understood something that modern men have forgotten. Their true strength comes from a deep connection to the natural world, a disciplined mind, and a sense of higher purpose. Through their teachings, I found a path to reclaiming my masculinity, my focus, and my power. This book is the result of that journey. It's a guide for men who are tired of feeling lost, who are ready to take control of their lives, and who want to build something meaningful. This book is not for everyone. If you're content with the status quo, if you're happy to drift through life without purpose, then put this book down now. Go watch television, scroll through social media, or do whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. But if you're a man who feels the call to something greater, if you're ready to embrace the challenges of life and emerge stronger, then this book is for you. It's for the man who wants to reconnect with nature, sharpen his mind, and build a legacy that will outlast him. Inside, you'll find practical steps to create your own eco-spiritual practice, from forest bathing to hunting rituals. You'll learn how to rebuild ecosystems, develop a diet that fuels your body and spirit, and master the art of conflict in both your career and relationships. You'll discover the psychological benefits of nature, the power of ritual, and the importance of building a brotherhood of trusted men. This is not just a book. It's a manual for reclaiming your masculine power and living a life that matters. The world needs strong men now more than ever. It needs men who are willing to lead, to protect, and to build. If you're ready to answer that call, then read on. If not, then close this book and walk away. The choice is yours. But know this: the path to true masculinity is not easy, but it is worth it. And it starts here. With the introduction completed, we are jumping to an extract from the book. Men are wired for systems thinking. It's not a stereotype, it's science. Studies show that men consistently outperform women in tasks requiring spatial reasoning, such as mental rotation, map reading, and navigation. This isn't about superiority, it's about specialization. The male brain is optimized for abstract reasoning, pattern recognition, and strategic planning. Think of it as a cognitive toolkit honed over millennia. Our ancestors didn't have GPS. They had to navigate vast uncharted territories, track prey, and outmaneuver predators. Those who excelled at these tasks survived and passed on their genes. Today, this legacy manifests in fields like engineering, mathematics, and computer science, where men dominate. But it's not just about careers. Systems thinking is a way of life. It's about seeing the forest and the trees, understanding how individual components interact to form a cohesive whole. Whether you're troubleshooting a software bug, planning a business strategy, or fixing a leaky faucet, systems thinking is your secret weapon. Systems thinking isn't just a cognitive skill, it's a psychological superpower. When you approach problems systematically, you gain confidence. You know that no matter how complex the issue, you can break it down into manageable parts and solve it step by step. This confidence spills over into other areas of life. You become more decisive, more focused, and more resilient. Consider the Celtic knot a symbol of infinite complexity and interconnectedness. At first glance, it's a tangled mess, but look closer and you'll see a pattern. Each loop and twist is part of a larger design. That's the essence of systems thinking. It's about finding order in chaos, clarity in confusion, and it's not just theoretical. Research shows that men who engage in systems thinking report higher levels of mental resilience. They're better equipped to handle stress, adapt to change, and bounce back from setbacks. In a world that's increasingly chaotic, systems thinking is your anchor. No man is an island. Even the most brilliant minds need guidance. That's where mentorship comes in. A good mentor doesn't just teach you how to solve problems. He shows you how to think. He challenges your assumptions, sharpens your reasoning, and pushes you to see the bigger picture. Take the Druids, for example. They didn't just study nature, they learned from it. They observed the cycles of the seasons, the patterns of the stars, and the behavior of animals. And they passed this knowledge down through generations. Today, we have mentors in every field, from business to science to the arts. But the principle remains the same: learning from someone who's been there, done that. A mentor can help you navigate the complexities of life, avoid common pitfalls, and achieve your full potential. So, find a mentor. Learn from his experience. And when the time comes, pay it forward. Intuition has its place, but it's no substitute for logic. Men who rely too heavily on gut feelings often make poor decisions. They jump to conclusions, ignore evidence, and overlook critical details. This isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by research. Studies show that men who balance intuition with logic are more successful in both their personal and professional lives. They're better at problem solving, more effective leaders, and more satisfied overall. The key is to use intuition as a starting point, not a final answer. Let it guide your initial thoughts, but always test your assumptions with logic and evidence. Think of it like a compass. It can point you in the right direction, but you still need a map to get there. So, trust your instincts, but don't let them steer you off course. Balance is everything. Men are natural strategists, and it all comes down to pattern recognition. From chess to football to business, men excel at seeing patterns and anticipating outcomes. This skill is rooted in our evolutionary history. Our ancestors had to predict the movements of prey, the behavior of rivals, and the changing of the seasons. Those who could spot patterns and act on them survived. Today, this ability is just as valuable. Whether you're negotiating a deal, planning a project, or playing a game, pattern recognition gives you an edge. It allows you to anticipate challenges, identify opportunities, and make informed decisions. But it's not just about strategy. Pattern recognition also enhances creativity. By seeing connections between seemingly unrelated ideas, you can come up with innovative solutions to complex problems. So, sharpen your pattern recognition skills. They're your ticket to success. Emotional decision-making can be a trap. It might feel good at the time, but it often leads to regret. Men who let their emotions drive their choices are more likely to act impulsively and make irrational decisions. They're also easier to manipulate. That's why it's important to focus on logic. Logic protects you from emotional manipulation and helps you fight irrational thinking. It lets you weigh the pros and cons, look at the evidence, and make decisions based on reason, not feelings. This doesn't mean you should ignore your emotions. Instead, recognize them. But don't let them take over. Use logic to guide your actions and emotions, to keep you motivated. It's a balance, but one every man should aim for. So, step away from emotional decision-making. Focus on logic. Your future self will appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest in Spirit of the Oak, Druidic Mysticism for Inner Strength, available in all good bookstores. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and God bless.